Okay, James Haskell has been banned for 4 weeks. He misses the first 2 games of the Six Nations beginning of next month. And this is a selection headache for Eddie Jones. Yes, we're midway through the World Cup cycle. Haskell's been around the England setup for near on a decade now. And there are lots of young forwards like Mario Toje, he's an example, breaking through right now and competing for places. The issue is in the Six Nations, which is a brutal tournament, much like the Rugby Championship down under. Also is brutal. There is no room for error here. I honestly believe this is the closest Six Nations we're going to have ever. I can see every team beating every team basically. Italy are not as weak as people suppose. Wales, surprisingly, I actually do believe Wales will struggle, simply because if you look at that Georgia result and you look at what happened against Australia, yes, they beat a South African side that is misfiring completely, but their defeat to Australia and their struggles against Georgia highlighted a lot of issues that they have. They papered over a lot of cracks with that win against South Africa, and England are going to have a struggle competing with them in the back row. The tight five and even the back row, the forward packs of all Six Nations are brutally fit. Italy have a very strong pack as always. France have a very strong pack. The Irish always make great forwards and have some explosive, powerful forwards. The Scots showed this autumn how they now want to play quick with pace, and they look fitter. Wales do actually have a very good tight five and some very good, but they're also missing Sam Warburton. So Haskell and Warburton both being out. Warburton's out for the whole Six Nations with a shoulder injury. But if Tipperick can regularly play the 80 minutes, and Dan Lydiate, if he can also regularly play the 80 minutes, because they also have been known to have injury problems themselves, it's going to be very interesting. There's a lot of good young players like Navidi, and this is also interesting for Lions selection in the future as well. Haskell is near the second half of his career now, but he's got it up here. He's maybe not the most talented player, but this creates a headache for Eddie Jones in the first 2 weeks, because the first 2 weeks you won't necessarily win the tournament, but you can lose it, and every player wants to win every game. Now Italy are by far the weakest team out of the 6, but I honestly believe how their club teams are doing with the injection of the 2 South African sides into what was the Pro 12. They're doing better than people expect, and they've got more points at this point of the season than I think they had the entire last year. So let's not knock the Italians. They are dangerous, and with O'Shea at the helm, watch this space. England are going to have struggles physically up front. A lot of their players, Eddie Jones has got youth and experience, and it's ingratiating that youth into the experience, which he has. He's having selection issues at hooker. Should Dylan Hartley still be captain? What's Mario Toje's best position? With Haskell out, I believe he does go into the back 3, into the loose 6, 7 or 8, and they jiggle that around a bit. With Billy Vunipola now out, that's number 8 you're down. With Manu Tuilagi out, that's a centre you're down. So he's already having selection headaches. He's lost James Haskell for 2 games. How's this affect England? Well, again, they have the most registered players to choose from, and they are overlooking a lot of the extra Chiefs, who are the best team in the country right now. They're getting overlooked because of whatever reason, and they're not getting the international game time that they possibly deserve, that their form suggests. On the other end of the spectrum, in a short term, it is a pain. Long term, going forward, will Haskell make the next World Cup? Probably. He'll probably get a couple of games in the next World Cup. He'll be in the squad. Should he stay fit and stay suspension free, and I think that's winding down his career at this point. The thing is, it's preparing those young players for 2 years' time. Some of these players, a lot of players for all Six Nations, will be making debuts in this period of time. Haskell being out also is leadership that's missing from training camp, because he's suspended. So, with that leadership missing, a younger, inexperienced player may now make more errors than he should, which will also make for entertaining rugby, because it becomes end-to-end with all the spillages and the way the law variations are coming in and the way that the refs ref it. But this creates a selection headache that Eddie Jones does not want. Joe Marler is always a selection headache. Will he be suspended or not? Because he's constantly in trouble. Dylan Hartley, will he be captain or not? Will he regularly play 60 minutes plus, or will he play less? That's another issue. There's issues in the backs, in the forwards. Key players are getting injured or getting suspended. And this is true for all the other 5 teams as well. Let's not say everything's perfect because players are getting dropped, suspended, injured, illness. It's that time of year where flu is rife. Midway through the season, injuries, niggling injuries can become a bit more serious. Sam Warburton's missing the whole bloody tournament. But here we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I will stress that subscriptions right now are crucial with the YouTube change in policy on the 20th of February. At the moment, as it stands, I don't have the criteria to keep getting ad revenue. So I also appreciate everyone who sits with those stupidly long ads. And it's not often that I do rugby union videos. I've done a lot more rugby league videos. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit and get more sports on this channel. And I will be doing a video on the FA Cup Chelsea-Norwich game tonight, results video. So watch this space. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll have some more videos in a couple of hours.